bringing because they have not surrendered their children to Him. This doesn't just apply to thank you, Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit just told me something. This doesn't just apply to parents. Okay, no, I can't remember. This doesn't just apply to Christian parents, but I feel like Christian parents are gonna understand what I'm saying more. But this applies to like everybody, every parent having a hard time taking care of their children. Okay, because I on my own, I am a testimony of how when the Lord came, when the Lord saved me, you know, when I got saved by the Lord, one thing that the Lord did was that the Lord became a parent to me, and He started to take care of me as a parent, and He started taking me out of the false programmings in which the enemy had used to in which I had grown up, in which wasn't in my upbringing, in the way that my parents had taught me. Okay, because my parents are not believers. Okay, the Lord deprogrammed me of all those lies, and the Lord became a parent to me. Okay, that is why the Holy Spirit wanted me to share this. Okay, because I am a living testimony of uh what a surrender. My mom exactly did not surrender me to the Lord, but when I came to the Lord, I had to surrender, you know, and he took over. Okay, he took over the reins, he in ways that I could not imagine. But now, back to parents. A lot of parents are just having a hard time taking care of their children because they've not surrendered their children to the Lord. Okay, well, a lot of parents need to understand that you're a parent. It's true, but before you are a parent, God is the first parent of your child, as is you as well. Okay, and okay, the reason why you're having a hard time growing, taking care of your child, giving the proper upbringing is because you have not surrendered your child to the Lord, because you're trying to control the outcome of everything, and it doesn't work like that. You have to surrender that child to God. When you surrender, and not just in an act of actions, and also in an act of verbal, because verbal, you have to be verbal about it, because one of the revelations that the Lord gave me is that, Aisha, when you have your child one day, you immediately need to surrender that child into my care. Okay, and it's so powerful, Lord, guys, because when you do that, curses, all sorts of things that have been streaming in bloodline that wants to come from your children, is gonna break, because the Lord's hand is gonna be, when you give the Lord the verbal permission to take over your child's life. Okay, it is like the right hand of the Lord will be upon the life of your child, and you will feel the burden go down from your shoulders. God is going to take away the burden of just wanting to give them proper upbringing, and you would then see the manifestation of the Lord doing works in your life. You're going to really see that, oh my God, all I needed to do was to surrender my